Everybody, it's Tasha. We have another report from David Fahrenthold. I thought I'd record it for everybody to see if you haven't seen it. So here we go.
Anyone who knows about Donald Trump and his career knows that this is a man who's given away tens of millions of dollars to charitable causes throughout the course of his business life. You can talk to charities all across the country who have benefited by the generosity of the Trump family.
One heroic and dedicated reporter has actually tried to do exactly that, talk to charities all across the country that have benefited from the generosity of Donald Trump. His findings have ripped away the veneer of Donald Trump's alleged generosity. David Fahrenthold of the Washington Post has devoted himself 4 months to tracking down Donald Trump's charitable giving. This is the kind of reporting that most news organizations have given up on. It is the stuff that Pulitzer Prizes are made of. It's what you saw in the Academy Award-winning movie Spotlight, a reporter grabbing onto a story, grabbing onto it, holding onto that target, and not letting go. That reporter, David Fahrenthold of the Washington Post, joins us now. David, you published a massive collection of your findings this weekend in the Washington Post. You've been reporting it, piecemeal as you could find things along. What is the summary of where it all stands now?
Well, what we wrote about this weekend was the Donald J. Trump Foundation, which is the charity that Trump started in the 1980s. And I sort of wanted to explain its charity is Trump's charity for the last few years. I can't find any donations from Trump's own pocket, so I wanted to go find what the Trump Foundation gave. And what I found was basically that he's created a sort of a vehicle to give other people's money away as his own, or make it seem like his own. He hasn't given any money to his own foundation since 2008, but he's been giving other people's money away through that foundation in a way that makes it seem like they're his gifts.
So 8 years ago, he gave some money to the foundation from his personal funds, and he has not contributed a penny since. And there's no record in the last 8 years of him making a personal contribution to a charity with his own money. Absolute zero.
There is one record I actually found, looking back between 2008 and this May, I found one gift that appeared to be coming out of Trump's own pocket. That was in 2009. It was for less than $10,000. That's the one.
And what was that for, that money?
It was a gift to the Police Athletic League of New York City, and I should say that may be a bookkeeping error. In other years, that same organization has made bookkeeping errors that made Trump Foundation gifts appear to be Donald Trump's gifts. I can't tell what the situation is in this year.
Okay, so that you're being as charitable as you can to Donald Trump, at least, in this story. And so when you hear Mike Pence say today, he's given tens of millions of dollars to charitable causes, and that's the official Trump statement today. Your response to that has always been, please just show it to me. Show me the money. Show me the receipts. Any charity out there. And you've been working this through Twitter, social media, asking people to help. Does anyone have anything to report on a contribution by Donald Trump?
No, not that I've found. And as you said today, after Mike Pence came out and said he gives tens of millions of dollars, or he's given tens of millions of dollars away, I went to the Trump people and said, okay, Mike Pence there must be something behind this. Tell me more. Tell me the names of the charities he gave to, the amounts he gave, the years he gave. And the response was basically nothing. They sent back a response that sort of muddied the waters between Trump's own personal giving and the Trump Foundation, and didn't give any more detail about what he might have given out of his own pocket.
Where does the Trump Foundation get its money if not from Donald Trump?
Well, it's very interesting. So it has some very large donors. Vince McMahon of World Wrestling fame gave about $5 million in 2007 and 2009, and Trump has been sort of spending down that giant lump of money for a while. But there are other cases in which Trump has gone to people to raise money specifically so then Trump can then give the same money away to another charity and claim credit for it. We looked at a couple of those examples as well.
So, David, as far as the Trump campaign, or Donald Trump's transparency, to use the media's favorite word of the day, his transparency on this, you've gotten zero cooperation from them. You ask them, the foundation, you ask Donald Trump, you ask the campaign constantly to provide information, and they don't.
They have given us very, very little. They've given, in a few cases, as again a couple of weeks ago, we wrote about this penalty they had to pay to the IRS for giving an illegal campaign contribution out of the foundation. After some prodding, the Trump people did tell us about that, but it's been few and far between examples like that.
David, as you know, I've admired your fixation on this from the second week you were on the job, and we need a dozen other reporters picking up other jurisdictions out there and just sticking with it throughout this campaign, following your model. David Fahrenthold, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Up next, the deplorable Donald Trump responds to Hillary Clinton, referring to only half of his supporters as deplorables.